Good morning, Sugarcube.
Good morning.
Wednesdays.
Yeah. To
Yeah.
be honest, like Monday and Tuesdays are so tiring for me now that like by Wednesday I'm just like, oh my god. Because last semester Tuesday was my easiest day. So I had like a little break from Monday. But now it's just like long day, long day, long day.
Yeah. See, and then I'm like, so Monday is my long day. Like, I can't get around it, regardless. But all the other days, I can kind of just, like, adjust it to how I want. So I've been doing so bad and just, like, putting it off because I just, like, have not been in the mood. Or, like, I've not been motivated in the same way I normally am.
No.
Everything's getting done. It's just, I'd like it to be done better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty on top of everything. I'm just really tired.
Yeah. So, this is actually a pretty good introduction to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We've both been in ruts lately. Just like everywhere. We're just going to talk about it. We're kind of just going to complain.
Yeah, this is literally just us complaining. A therapy session.
Yeah, it's a therapy session with us. So, you can relate to us. You can, like, complain with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how this is going to go.
So
if you don't want to hear us complain, I completely understand.
But a lot of the stuff, I'm like, people might relate to this.
Yeah. So, we're going to do it anyway. So.
Yeah. But what has been, well, first of all, I'm opening my caffeine because I'm so tired.
I have my coffee next to me.
Okay, now I feel better.
Yeah, so grab some caffeine because the caffeine will be like the only thing we're not complaining about. Oh my god, I do have a funny story though, real quick. So we were doing, in my museum methods class, we were doing an exercise and we were talking about things we place value on and things we don't place value on. And then we did 2 truths and a lie. So we picked 2 things we value and 1 thing we don't. And then the class had to guess. It was really fun. One of my truths, or like one of my things I valued, was caffeine. And someone guessed that was the thing I didn't value. And I was like, have you, like, we've had a couple classes together at this point.
Actually, no, funny story. I'm trying to cut back on how much caffeine I drink because I think it's making me anxious. And I was doing really well for like a week, and now I'm kind of like, I'm having a bad day. I'm gonna get a Diet Coke.
I felt that.
Yeah, and like literally after I leave to go to work, I'm definitely stopping and getting a soda because it's one of those days.
Yeah, and okay, so it's funny you bring that up because I've actually been thinking about how I haven't been drinking as much caffeine, like, not on purpose. So I have my morning coffee, and most days that's it. Because normally I would have my water Mio things, water enhancers with some caffeine in it, but I haven't been as good as I was being about drinking water. I also drink it, but a lot of times I'm not using my caffeine ones. And then when I been drinking pop recently, like sometimes I'll get a Pib on campus, but I just drink my vanilla cream sodas at home, so I am not really drinking caffeine that much. And I've been so tired, and it's been so exhausting, and I'm just thankful that my morning cup of coffee makes me avoid any caffeine headaches because I'm the worst person to be around if I have a headache, like a caffeine specific headache, because there's nothing you can do. There's absolutely nothing you do besides just drink caffeine to get rid of it. I've tried everything.
Usually at home, like most of the soda I do like is, it doesn't have caffeine, so it's not really that's an issue. It's more like when I'm out, like some weeks I would go, I have my morning energy drink, and then I would get coffee, and then I would get a Diet Coke when I got to work, and then I would have like a soda at Crosses or something, and then it was literally, that's well over 400 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to be careful, but I've a few days, like last semester, not even during finals, but during midterms, I had at least 3 coffees in one day.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I definitely had a pib, at least.
Well, yeah. And I'm at the point where seriously, give me a Diet Coke at 11 and I can be in bed by 11:30.
Oh, yeah. No, caffeine, like, I feel more tired without it, but I don't think when I'm drinking it, it necessarily helps me
Mm-mm.
stay awake. And so, like, I don't know that it's correlated. It's just they're happening at the same time. I haven't been drinking as much and I've been more tired. But, like, I drink my morning cup of coffee because I like the taste of coffee and because it's a part of my morning routine, not because I want the caffeine.
Yeah.
But,
I like
yeah.
drinking I usually drink Alani Nu. Their morning, or not morning, but like their energy drinks. I like those because like I work out and then I shower and then it's like I have my little drink to look forward to.
Yeah.
So.
I get that. Oh my god, Jalen was so mad yesterday. So he likes to drink these energy drinks. They're called Reigns. They're no sugar, no bunch of stuff. And D, who is gym freak, like health nut, he drinks them as pre-workout. So Jalen's mind is like, oh well, if D drinks them, like they're probably not that bad for me. But everywhere is always out. So then when he doesn't want coffee, he has to get like Monster, and he does not like Monster. And he knows I don't like him drinking Monster.
Yeah. Cross will literally try any energy drink.
Really?
He will try any of them. He doesn't care. He's just like, oh, this looks good. I'm going to try it. And usually he likes them, but there's been one that made him like so fidgety that he was like, yeah, never getting that again because that was crazy.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I'm more careful about it. Like, there's been a few that I've wanted to try, but I don't go over 200 milligrams.
Yeah. I still have a couple of our little, like, sparkling ice caffeine that we were drinking a lot last semester. I have a couple in my thing.
Oh.
Sometimes I
love
think
those.
about drinking. I just think I was drinking them too often, so I keep them for, like, when I really want them because I know I'm going to get to that point.
And it will hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. So I'm thinking around midterms, I have one of each of my favorite flavors down there. It's just funny because you don't like the flavors I like, and I don't really like the flavors you like.
Yeah.
I
No,
really
literally.
tried to like the ones you like so much.
And like with my Alani drinks too, Cross likes those, and my favorite flavors are like his least favorites, and then his favorite. One of his favorites I really do enjoy, but I'm not like, I'd rather have my flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta be honest though, during a rut, these are the things that I enjoy. My caffeinated drinks.
Yeah, because no, when I'm in a rut, like the things that I'm not in a rut about, like make me so happy. Like, it's so insane. So me and Jalen have been drinking so much orange juice. Like I have one with me with my coffee right now, and I'm sure you've noticed we drink it like all hours of the day. Here at his house, like we drink it all the time. And I just don't know what it is, but it brings me so much serotonin. Like, orange juice is amazing.
It's so good.
And, like, I've always liked orange juice. It's not like, oh, this is new to me. Like, no, I like orange juice, and I would drink it on occasion.
Yeah.
But now it's like, is there orange juice in the fridge? Like,
Don't hate me, but I'm a pulp girl.
Okay. I disagree.
Something about it is so good. My mom always hated it, but I love it. I think it's just like a texture thing.
You know what's weird? I love my aloe drinks, my aloe water drinks with like the aloe floating in it because of the texture and everything, and I hate pulp. But I think you wouldn't like the aloe drinks because of the aloe in it.
I don't know. It depends. I can be weird about that stuff. It's kind of like food too. Like certain textures, I'm like, no.
Yeah, I had the conversation with Mel about boba the other day.
She love it.
She didn't love it. She didn't love it.
Oh, I love it.
I love
about
it.
The, like, when you drink it and then just, like, the balls, like...
I don't know. It's just like, and like, I feel like it helps me drink my drink slower, and I'm like, I drink drinks more like quick, a lot of times. So my coffee is like the one thing that I kind of take my time on, because if I drink it too fast, then like I'll kind of like I'll get hungry really fast, and like my stomach will kind of hurt. Excuse me. Just from like such a fast intake, and I like to wait a while after I have my coffee to eat.
Yeah. And that's why, see, I used to be really bad about drinking really fast, and now I don't use straws, and it helps me. Because I would even with a can, I would get like a bendy straw and like put it in and then drink, and no. Now I'm just like no straws.
Yeah.
And that helps me drink slower.
I just prefer not having a straw, to be honest.
Something about a sippy.
No, genuinely. So anytime I can't order ahead when I go to Starbucks and I forget to ask for like no whipped cream on my lattes or something, and they give me whipped cream
and
like
dome lid.
And like it's always when I have a fucking venti. It's always when the straw is going to fall in and be even more convenient, and I hate straws.
Yeah.
And like I feel like not drinking out of a straw at Starbucks makes like a bigger difference, because at home if I drink from a straw, I'll drink from my glass straw. That's fine. But like I'm sure Starbucks is one of the leading like producers of plastic straws and like
And they've tried
distribution.
not to.
Yeah, they try not to, but people ask for them. Oh my god, do you remember Professor Hobbs?
Yes. We had this professor, and he would always come in, and every day I feel like he had to explain that he had to get a straw in his coffee. So he would have a sippy lid and stick his tall ass straw in there.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all, and it would just annoy me.
Yeah, it's just not necessary.
No, at all.
Yeah. Okay. What else have you been in a rut? I mean, that we weren't really in a rut with our drinks.
No.
But that's a good way to start
that's
it.
a highlight.
That's a highlight throughout all of our ruts. Sorry.
Yeah. So
we were talking about clothes yesterday.
Yeah. I'm in this weird, like, I just feel like none of my outfits, like, I love my clothes and I love my style, but I feel like I've just worn the same stuff for so long that now it's like nothing makes me feel really cute anymore, or like feel really good. And actually, last week I wore one outfit that like I thought of in my head, and then this week I wore one too, like a new one. Or no, I just wore my hair differently, and like that made me feel better. But like everything else, most days I'm like, I'm wearing this again.
See, my thing is, I feel like I have a handful of outfits that I feel like still spark joy for me, like for this season. Like I have cute stuff planned for like spring and summer, like from stuff I haven't gotten to wear in so long, and I think that's what it is. A lot of it is we're fall, winter, I'm kind of out of stuff, and I haven't really bought anything this winter, really.
Well, and it's like we get so excited for fall that we just start wearing our fall stuff super early.
Yeah, as soon as I can.
So then, like, with summer clothes, I feel like we don't really get as long of a chance to wear those. Especially, like, me, I get cold super easily, so, like, I'll still be wearing my Docs when it's, like, middle of May, rather than my Birks or something.
Ugh, Birks.
I know,
so
I'm
excited.
I miss when I could just, like, wake up at Crosses and then throw on my Birks and come home, rather than, like, I gotta pull on my shoes.
I'm just so tired of cleaning and putting together and, like, getting out socks and remembering to pack socks when I leave.
Mm-hmm.
It's just irritating. Like, I just want to throw my Birks on and not have to think about what's going on my feet.
And I don't really have this issue here, but at Crosses, I can't wait until I can, like, walk out in the hallway, because everyone usually goes in through his back door, because that's just, like, you know, people don't always use the front door.
I always go through the garage here, so I get that.
Yeah, But his room and the bathroom that I use is like right in that hallway. And since people come in through there, it usually gets like snowy or wet. And I just can't wait until I'm like the day where I don't have to worry about my socks getting wet when I step out of his room.
Because you can just throw your Birks on.
Yeah. And it's like that feeling when you're wearing socks and then
that's the quickest way to ruin your day.
Oh my god, yeah.
The quickest. Like, genuinely, I'll be in such a bad mood.
Yeah, and that's why I'm pretty good about here. If I come in through the front door and I notice my shoes have snow, I'll just take them off at the front door.
Yeah.
Because I just cannot
No.
have snow in my room or like wet surfaces. I'm a clean freak. That's another thing. Like, I feel like I'm in a rut too because my room is just like, I'm bored of it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something about, like, just, like, cleaning it and feeling, like, you know, underwhelmed.
That's another thing, too. Like, I feel like I'm so anal now about cleaning my room that I just... Now it doesn't give me that satisfaction about, like, cleaning it. Because I clean my room probably, like, at least twice a week.
And then there's me. I'm in a rut in a lot of things. And my room has taken the fall. But I also like having a clean room. And it's not too bad right now. I'm having a laundry day today, though. So it's going to be a little messy. But I'm going to try to do that today, even though I have homework and a meeting.
Yeah.
But
I just don't get that satisfaction or serotonin of cleaning it anymore because I'm like, it's already clean. I don't need to clean it, but I feel like I need to.
I want to add something. I want to add, like, I want a bookshelf because I have so much stuff on my dresser, and my dresser gets so, like, cluttered so quickly because I like to have, like, a lot of knickknacks, and I like all my knickknacks and my candles, and I don't want to get rid of any of them.
Yeah, and I know we talked about this personally, but, like, I kid you not, I am, like, one step away from ordering a new comforter.
Girl, mine went on sale yesterday, and I was like, $60?
No, I am so close. I really want to get, like, either an orange or maybe, like, green or cream or something. Like, I just want some, or maybe, like, a cream with, like, accent colors.
That'd be so cute.
Like, it would fit my room still, because my rug, like, you can, all of the furniture in my room you can match pretty well. So, like, with a lot of colors. So, yeah. Maybe that would help me feel better if I got a new comforter. But then again, I, like, try to get one. And I'm like, I shouldn't spend money on this.
That's fair.
I'm also more of, like, I like how last year in my room I had more of a quilt. Because I didn't get as hot.
I really liked that. You know what's funny about that? This year, Mandy bought a quilt after moving out of the more dorm style dorm into an apartment style dorm, just like we did, and you got a quilt. But she won't use comforters. She hates them.
Well, I had a quilt freshman year and sophomore year, and I loved them. And I feel stupid that I got a comforter just because I get so hot sleeping in it.
I have to use a comforter regardless of how hot I get.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
It's just how I grew up.
Even last night, guys, there's snow outside, and last night we opened the window because it was just really hot in here.
Of course you did. We turned it down. We always turn our thermostat down before bed.
Oh, I know. But it was still really hot.
Yeah, I didn't get too hot. Like, last week, I was getting hot a lot, which is weird because it was so cold last week.
Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm really good about sleeping in a tank top, even, like, if I'm cold at first or whatever. But the heat just fills really quick.
Yeah, I agree.
And it takes forever for it to, like, cool down.
It does, and it's so annoying.
Yeah.
And then, like, even when the heat's up, I'm toasty. And then everyone's just complaining about how cold it is. And I was like, I'm burning up.
No, literally, it could even be like 64 in here, and sometimes I'm like, I'm so hot.
Genuinely.
Especially when I'm in my room.
Yeah, I always get the warmest in my room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like out in the living room, it's not that bad. It feels more cozy, I guess. But when you're in your room, oh my God, terrible. I remember last year my AC didn't work that well in my room. I forgot
Oh,
about
yeah,
that.
because of the vent.
Yeah.
And mine was, like, cold.
Yeah. Oh my God. And I remember everyone, like, we all thought it was funny because I was the one who was, like, so hell-bent on, like, keeping a cold room
Yeah. And you were the one.
with the hot room.
Also, and you had 2 windows, so heat was going to come in easier.
Mhm.
But you got the 2 windows you wanted, so.
Oh, I
loved
my room.
My room, okay, but my aesthetic of my room this year
Yeah.
is so mean.
Yeah. I love, like, my furniture and stuff.
I kind of miss the bed.
Oh, I miss that bed so much.
Y'all, I know this is crazy, but our dorm beds were so comfortable.
There is something about a dorm mattress that just hits different. Like, that's some of the best sleep I've ever had.
No, and like genuinely, all of freshman year, just me and Jalen trying to fit on my little twin XL. And like we slept like good.
No, even
And he's a hog.
the twin beds were so comfortable.
Yeah.
I had a mattress pad.
I did
But,
too
like-
freshman year, but I didn't need one. I honestly preferred it without it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one. But then last year when we were in the apartment with the dorm beds there,
The fulls.
yeah, I didn't have one.
Yeah, I didn't want to
And
buy
it
another
was
one.
so comfy.
I kind of liked it because it wasn't like a mattress material, so it like was cold, like under my like sheet.
Yeah,
It was so nice.
They were so comfy. And like that's one thing too is like I'm kind of confused because my room this year is way more personal. Yet last year I loved my room like all year. I didn't get tired of it at all.
You didn't have a chance to change that room though.
No.
You can adjust that. So
There
maybe
was no other way I could set it up. Which really though here,
there's not much you can do.
no, I can only really turn my bed the way that I had it before.
I
'Cause,
prefer
guys,
it how it is.
I've already rearranged my room some. Like, I just moved my bed from, like, one wall to the other. And that's, like, it makes my room feel smaller and cozier, which I do really like that. Like, I'm glad that I switched it. But I can't really move my bed without having my bed under a window. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Growing up, my bed used to be in front of like 2 big windows, and I liked it when I was younger. But then when I got older, I was like, and it's not even because I would get like scared, it's just something about like having a bed under a window, I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like how it looks.
No, and that's fair.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. I like my room. I don't feel like there's much I can do in my room. Like, I know I have a lot of space, but just, like, I don't think anything I could move and make it better.
No, literally, you're kind of the same as like me, where it's you can only really move it. Honestly, all of our rooms, you can only really move the bed to a different wall, and that's it.
Yeah. And then, like, none of it would look great. Like, if Mel moved her bed, it wouldn't make sense because she'd be under a window. Either way, she moved it.
Yeah, she could be like a little off the wall, like mine, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, and Lauren has hers up in a corner of her room.
So does Mel,
and it
though.
fits.
They both fit.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that yours isn't in a corner.
No.
No, it makes sense that neither of us have our beds in a corner. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, also, we often have our boyfriends over. And, like, I find it annoying to have a bed in the corner.
Oh, I
with a
could not.
partner.
Especially because I like that we both have our own side table.
Yeah. Oh, Jalen just gets my little crappy, like, 5 below table. I need to glue it or something and it'd be fine.
It's cute though, so like,
Yeah.
I think it's funny because Cross bought a side table for his room, And then the way he set up his room, it's now mine.
Yeah, because side tables are for girls only.
Yeah. He has to use his desk, and I'm like, whatever. You're fine.
Yeah. But see, at Jalen's house, his bed's in the corner, and so I sleep on the side with the side table. Also because I wake us up, and he will cram me against the wall.
Okay,
So
I have a
no.
question. Does
Okay.
he get up and use the bathroom a lot, or do you? How is that?
We sleep pretty soundly through the night. Like, if he gets up, I will wake up. Like, I'm a light sleeper. So occasionally he'll get up, like, once or twice, and sometimes I'll get up once or twice.
Because I am so bad about getting up during the middle of the night at least once. Well, it used to be, like, 2 or 3 times, but now, like, I've been sleeping pretty well to where it's just once. But I at least get up at some point to use the bathroom. Cross, though, not at all. He sleeps like, he'll wake up, but he won't get up at all.
Yeah, no, I get that. No, we both kind of sleep through the night, but if anyone's getting up, it's me, and it's typically at, like, 4:30 every time.
Yeah, we'll see. I used to be, like, the person where I would wake up around, like, 2 or 3, and then maybe, like, around 5 or 6, but now lately it's just been me waking up around 5.
Yeah.
And then I'm like today I woke up around 5 and I was like, I only have 2 hours.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Because you can't really get back into REM sleep in that amount
No,
of time.
if I would have woken up around 3, I would have been like, yes. Like,
It's
I have
kind of
4.
exciting.
Yeah, it's like serotonin.
It kind of makes me feel like I slept longer. Like, when I wake up early and go
agree.
back to sleep, like, I feel more rested.
Yeah.
Like, as long as I'm not waking up consistently throughout the night. But I feel like if I don't have a dream, which I don't often have dreams, I occasionally will, I feel like I'm asleep for all of a minute, and then I'm up.
Mm-hmm.
It's annoying. And I just want to sleep, okay? I've been letting myself sleep in so much.
See, that's one thing, though. I feel like no matter what, I can't get enough sleep. And that's another rut. Like, I just feel like I'm always sleepy.
Always.
Besides, like, before I go to bed. It's very rare that I'm actually, like, super tired.
The way, like, when I'm trying to go to bed, I'm like, I could stay up.
Yeah.
It makes me want to kill myself, like.
If I am, like, whenever I go home to stay at my mom's, I will lay down around 10:30 or 11 and stay up until about 2.
Oh, it's so bad at my mom's house because me and Jalen will just hang out with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we'll just be hanging out. Or, like, Mandy will be in town, too, and she'll come over and we're all hanging out.
Yeah. I was worried because one night when I was sleeping here, I was sleeping alone, and I was like, girl, you have work tomorrow. You better go to bed before midnight. And luckily, I put my phone away. But, like, the urge to just stay up.
Yeah, I think it definitely helps having the guys there because if Jalen's not there, I have to put YouTube on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just need something that's comforting to me, and when I'm alone, I have to fall asleep to YouTube. Even sometimes at his house, when I'm having trouble sleeping and he's already asleep, I'll put YouTube on a low volume on my phone just so I can fall asleep. And I'll fall asleep so fast once I do that, but otherwise I'll just be awake. But it just gives me something to look at and doze off to.
Mm-hmm.
But if Jalen's there, I don't really need it. Like, I'm fine. We just talk until we fall asleep.
We talk for a little bit, and then we usually try to sleep, and then I'll always get up and use the bathroom, and then I'll come back, and then I'll actually, like, try to fall asleep. But I'm having this issue lately where my mind won't stop spinning when I'm trying to go to sleep. And so, like, even last night, I was trying to go to sleep, and then I was like, oh yeah, I need to set a reminder for this. I need to make sure I do this tomorrow. And so I was setting reminders and, like, crosses by me just trying to go to sleep. And I'm like, promise it won't take that long.
No, but, like, if you don't do it while you're thinking about it, like...
But it's also, like, here's the thing, though. It's always stuff that doesn't really matter. I'm just like, I need to set a reminder for this.
Yeah. I get that.
It's just my brain. My anxious brain.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've been very not anxious lately to the point where I'm being anxious about not being anxious.
That's a scary feeling, though.
It's terrifying. And, like, if you don't know what I mean, like, you're so lucky. But, like, for those of you who know what I mean.
It's like when you get really happy and you're like, what's gonna go wrong?
No, genuinely.
Yeah.
No, like, everything's just been too good.
I feel like for me, it's like lately I've been in this phase where I'm like, nothing's really wrong, but nothing feels like really good. Like in life. Like nothing's like super exciting right now. Nothing's bad. It's just like, it's that point in the year where I'm like, every day just kind of feels like the same, and I'm kind of just like waking up and being like, I can't wait to go to bed.
The days are kind of just running together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like everything's going slow but fast somehow. It's like I feel like the semester is already taking forever, but also the weeks are going pretty fast. Like it's Monday and then it's Monday again. Like,
yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. But then I'm also like, I still have to get through today and tomorrow morning and a work meeting. And then it's the weekend.
And then it's Monday. I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays. I was in such a funky mood Monday, like, just not it.
And here's the thing. As a person, I love Mondays. I'm so productive on Mondays, typically. But I worked like 8:39, whatever, to 5, like, various times over the past, like, year and a half. So, like, 8 to 5 every semester. For the past, like, year and a half. So just fuck Mondays, okay? Just fuck them, okay? And then maybe last semester, or 2 or 3 semesters ago, I had that, and then I had a night class until 8:40 on Zoom, so I had to be motivated enough to be on Zoom. No, I did not go to that class.
I genuinely don't know how you survived.
Jalen works 8 to 4 and then has a 6 to 8:40 for finance on Tuesdays. And I feel so bad. But I've been there, so he's not allowed to, like, complain though. He can complain because I know how it feels, but I just want him to know I've done that multiple. Like, I've worked 2 whole days, and then both days I had night classes before.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have it that bad. So I just remind him to be thankful.
Yeah. That sounds terrible. I could not. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I feel like I could work 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 if it was like that's all I had. Like, I just had work, you know? Didn't have school, didn't have internships. Like, if my job allowed me to work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, I'd be like, sure, like, that seems nice. But when it's in college, so stressful.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm built, though, to work. Or no, this is my dream, is, like, to get a job where it's, like, working remote, but having the option to go in office when I want to, or having, like, a requirement to come in office, like, 2 days a week or something.
That would be the perfect balance for me.
Love it. I would love that. I would thrive. Like, I just miss, we were talking about this too, but it's so hard for me lately to just go into office every day. Guys, I don't even have a real desk. I have a table in a corner of the room. Everything I do is on my laptop. I don't have to use a desktop or anything, so I really have no purpose in office. And it's just like, it feels so sad going in there every day, sitting in that corner where there's no windows, the lighting's terrible, and trying to do work. I just feel so unmotivated. And like last year, I was allowed to work remote every day. And it was on campus. We were right by the canal, so I could go out for walks and get a change of scenery. And I would always kind of set it up where I was like, I'm going to do this whole module, and then I'm going to go outside for a walk. And then when I come back, maybe do a light assignment. Except when I would come back from that walk, I would usually feel more motivated and then get more done. Like,
no, like, genuinely, the windows thing. I want to
Oh
talk about
my
that
God.
because so my office that I work 8 to 5, we're in the basement. And this is my on-campus job that I've had every semester. I'm just like, I hate not knowing what's going on outside. Like, I can't even just like check the weather or just look outside to just not be looking at a screen or like a light. Like, I just want some natural light because
Yeah.
it just makes me feel good. Like, I just like natural light. We've talked about our love for natural light before. And it's just like, which is weird because at home I've been using the lamp more because I don't know.
Yeah, I use the lamp more if I'm out in the living room, but whenever I'm in my room, I usually open my blinds. And like yesterday, I rolled up my blinds all the way, and then
I don't open my blinds even though I want to sometimes just because I have the main window and I don't like the people who live across the street. I don't know, some of them creep me out.
yeah. But it's just, it's so hard to work in an environment where there's no windows. It makes you feel so sad, especially because some mornings I walk into work and it's nice out, and then I'll like leave work and it's snowing or something, and I'm like, when did this happen?
Yeah, I feel really bad because I've had this conversation with actually some of my professors in Kavanaugh because all the Kavanaugh offices, even on the 4th floor, because they're in the middle, they don't have windows. And, like, I know how depressing I get when I have classes in Kavanaugh without windows. It's just, like literally, the only 2 things I do on campus is work and have 1 class. The rest is online. And my classroom doesn't have windows. So it's just, like, it's so irritating. It's so irritating.
And it's just unmotivating.
Yeah. It just feels like I'm trapped. Like, I don't know.
And when I have the same scenery every day, I don't want to do work. I don't want to do homework. It just feels so bland. It just doesn't do anything for me. If I had an actual desk, I'd probably feel a little bit better. But it's just sad.
Yeah.
And then, like, here, I have a really nice desk, but sometimes I work on homework. It really just depends on, like, what I have to do. I've always been really good, though, about getting everything done outside of the house and then not doing anything here.
Yeah, I've been getting better about doing stuff here because I am here so much more often now. But I still like to get as much done as I can when I am at work on Mondays. But, like, just some people just really annoy me in the office. And I never know how much I'm going to have to do. And they just seem to keep tacking stuff on. And it was, like, fine last semester because I could just spread it out throughout the week. But they just stack everything on me. And I feel like the other girls that are there the rest of the week, because they're only there in, like, the afternoons, like, they don't get anything. And because I've been there for 3 years, I'm just expected to do everything.
And you work on a Monday.
And I work on Monday. Well, no, that's the thing. So we used to send our newsletters out on Friday, so I would do them Thursday, and then they would just send it out on Friday. It's fine. They switched it to Monday. I don't know if I've complained to you about that. And it's fine. I just do it first thing Monday morning, and then I send it out since I'm there. And they're right. Students are more likely to open it on Mondays, and I don't know why we ever did on Fridays. No one checks their emails on Fridays. But I was just like, they were trying to cover it up by saying that when really they just wanted me to do it. Yeah. And they could have just said that. Like, it's more convenient. Like, instead of... And they waited a couple weeks until I got used to not doing it. And I was like, okay.
Like, fine.
And I'm complaining about it, but I really don't care to do it. I don't mind.
I will say, though,
it's
that's
aesthetic.
another annoying thing, though, is, like, when you wake up on a Monday morning and you can just see your emails racking up already.
And it's, like, Wednesday through Friday, they just bombard me, and I just don't open them. And, like, that makes me anxious because I like to check my email and, like, clear it out. And for my other job that's remote, if he emails me, I always check it immediately just in case it's something time sensitive. And that is something I've, like, signed up for. And he never makes me do something if it's, like, a day or two notice. He tries to give me all my assignments on Wednesday and everything done by next Wednesday unless it's, like, a special scenario. And then he asks me if I can manage to do that by a certain time. So it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And this is something me and Jalen have really been talking about because he recently quit one of his jobs because he was just like, I just prefer how my other job is treating me. And, like, I'm not saying my other job treats me bad by any means. I love the people there. It's just a lot of work for a student employee with little direction, I think is the thing. It's not hard. It's just little direction. But with my other job that's remote, I just feel like I get so much respect. And it's something that, like, is really refreshing because I was like, maybe people just don't respect young people. Like, I was just getting used to that because of job after job. Mm-hmm. And it was just so annoying.
Yeah. That's my thing, too, with my second job that's completely remote. I feel so loved, too, by my supervisor and so supported. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, everything's a little chaotic just because, you know, you do have to work with a lot of people. Like, I'm working with people that I didn't think that I would work with, but, like, I don't mind it. And, like, I would love to do it full time. But, like, everyone's just so nice, and, like, we're all just, like, amidst the chaos, we're just, like, it just makes people more understanding and, like, more flexible and just, like, nicer, too, and genuine.
And, like, even though, so my work for my remote job is way more intense than the stuff I do for my other job. Mm-hmm. And I have to be motivated to also do this harder work when I'm at home, like, and I could just choose to be comfortable. But because of the relationship I feel like I've already built and the respect I get and the respect I feel towards him for everything and how he's treated me and how he treats his other, like, student employees in the past, and, like, he even connected me to them and I got to talk to them and that was really nice. Like, it just, like, makes me want to do the work and, like, it makes the work seem easier.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I know I really like this job and that I could see myself doing it because when I do the work, I enjoy it and I don't feel the need to complain like I do with my other job. And you know I complain about that job so much.
No, but same with me. Like, we both, yeah.
Yeah.
No. And, like, I don't not like my other job. It's just, like, I think for me, and I know I've said a lot of negative things about it, I just think now that I can compare, it makes it easier to complain even if it's not as bad. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, like, especially I think we've worked at our other jobs for years now. And, like, we both started at least at the department that we're in. For second semester, I started first. And you started first, right? But then you switched positions.
Yeah.
But at the same office. So it's just, like, the same people, the same place, 3 years now. You switched desks because you're not at the front desk anymore. But, like, the same place, like, you know.
The same place, the same events. Because, like, it is through school.
God, same events.
You have the same events. You have the same, like, branding. You have the same color palettes. Like, and that's the thing is, like, my job at the school is it's a creative. Well, here, it could be creative, but everything has to be approved by the school because it is through the school. So there's not really that place for me to be genuine, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
And then do you find, like, every week you're doing, like, similar stuff? And
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that's what I really like. So, like, with my research job, my remote one, I'm doing different stuff every week. And, like, that's so interesting to me. And, like, we're progressing to a project. While at my other job, I'm just doing the stuff that needs done this week. Like, this is just...
It's just a to-do list. Whereas, like, my other job, it's, like, I don't know which days I'm going to record this week. Usually I know, like, a week in advance. But, like, it can differ week to week. So that's kind of nice to me. Like, because I have that time blocked out anyways, so, like, say I don't end up recording, it's not a big deal, but if I do, it's like, well, I have the time blocked out anyways. And then, like, I'm always, like, learning about different companies that I didn't know about, learning about different products. I get to edit, I get to release episodes, like, it just pays off too because my supervisor for this job is so grateful too. Like, she just expresses so much gratitude for what I do, and it makes me feel really good, especially, like, maybe this is just trauma, but, like, growing up, it was very rare to hear, like a lot of, like, I'm proud of you, like, or thank you for this. Like, don't get me wrong, like, my mom and my family, like, were, like, I knew they cared and valued what, like, me being in school or whatever, but, like, hearing it from a supervisor, like, someone you're working for, it's like, oh.
No, it's completely different. And that's something also, like, it's every time we talk about our remote jobs, it surprises me how we found them around the same time, and while they're so vastly different in what we're doing, they're so similar. Because I experience the same thing every week during my meetings with my supervisor. He just tells me, like, how grateful. Last week he told me that hiring me was the best professional decision he's ever made. And I know I've told you that, but, like, that just made me feel really good. And I feel like I've never been validated by an employer like that. And, like, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, I feel like I don't know how to accept.
And do you ever feel like when they tell you or compliment you, you're like, I mean, it really wasn't that much that I did. Like, you kind of underestimate what you do.
Yeah, like, and I do that so constantly. And I was like, no, it really wasn't a big deal, because it doesn't feel like a big deal to me, because you assigned me something, so I did it. Like, you know, like, that's just how my brain kind of works. And, like, every week, one of the things he always comments on is how I organize things and how clear and concise I am. And that's just something I don't think about, because it's just something I've always had to be. Like, if I want to set myself out, I have to be like that. And, like, it's just, like, expected, I feel. So for him to be so grateful for that, it, like, blows my mind, because I'm like, it's second nature. Like, it's not anything I had to think too hard about or, like, put too much effort in. So, and, like, I wish more employers, like, understood, like, it feels so good. Like, we want to stay around, like, when we feel like we are making a difference and that we are appreciated and the work that we are doing is appreciated.
And I think that's one of my things, too, of why I'm kind of in a weird place right now, just because I am so tired of the same, like I enjoy my job and, like, being able to go on campus because of it and stuff, but it's like, it just gets old after a while when you're doing the same things.
Yeah, and, like, I want something new and exciting. Like, I know that when I get a job, it might not always be new and exciting. Like, that's fine. Like, I get that. But I just want to do something meaningful. And I feel like what I do in my other job feels meaningful to me.
Yes, it does. That's my thing, is, like, my remote job feels rewarding because I know this is something I could do in the future, whether or not I end up working there full time, or it's, like, whether or not I do that or I get something else, like, it's still gonna help me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're getting experiences, and, like, it's very, so in high school, it's very much, oh, you need to go to college kind of thing. Well, in college, it's like, you need to be getting internships. And just for our majors and stuff, there's not really many internships, and the ones that are there either don't pay well or they don't pay, and that's just not in the cards for me.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, with our majors, or with our major, it's like, you really have to find an internship that fits more what you're interested in, rather than, like, because, like, if you are a business student, then you're gonna do, like, maybe an accounting internship or whatever.
They have so many options.
Yeah, because they have a straightforward, like, this is probably what you're gonna do type of career path.
And being a business major, I can speak because Jalen's done so. He's done sales, he's done marketing, he's in a supply chain, he's done finance internships. He's had so many internships.
Yeah, whereas, like, with our major, communication, it's like, well, what are you interested in? What could you see yourself doing? And then you have to go from that to, okay, here's the type of internship that I could get, whether or not it completely fits you.
Yeah. And it's just very irritating. No, and then I hate when I, like, complain about this. And then, like, people who aren't liberal arts majors are like, oh, it's because you're a liberal arts major. Like, I'll shove my fist down your throat. Like, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you guys don't understand.
I'm sorry, Natalie, that you decided to be a nurse. Like,
okay. Obviously, I value nurses to a certain level. Bitches in nursing school, I don't. No, y'all can get over yourselves. Y'all can get over yourselves. Like, you knew what you signed up for. Like, that's the thing. Everyone in nursing school knows, like, what they're getting into. We know what we're getting into. Mm-hmm. We know, like, we're going to have to argue that our degrees are valuable, and I hate that we have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, why would they make a communication degree for 4 years if it's not valuable?
Yeah. And, like, obviously, by the way some of you bitches write your emails, you need to take a couple classes.
Yeah. And I'm sorry.
It's bad.
I'm sorry, but, like, I am capable of writing a 10-page paper in, like, 2 hours, so you can fuck off.
No, like, genuinely, like, while y'all are crying over your thesis papers, we're getting tacos.
Yeah. So we've already written, like, 4 of them.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, and that's just the thing. People, and, like, a lot of what any professional is going to do is writing. Mm-hmm. That is the biggest thing. And we can cater what we're writing about around what we want to do.
Yeah.
And they act like you can't go to graduate school and get graduate certificates or other graduate degrees after you have a BA and, like, an undergraduate. I hate myself.
No, literally, I almost said it's okay, it's Monday, and then I was like,
it's not. It feels like it. Me and Jalen were talking about that this morning. It feels like Monday.
It feels like a Monday.
Yeah, but honestly, just talking about that really helped me a lot.
Yeah, I feel better now.
Yeah, so thanks for, like, having a therapy session with us. Like, honestly, this might need to be, like, therapy sessions, the series, or, like,
yeah, like, what are we mad about today?
Yeah, like, not super often, but, like, I feel like this is nice. And, like, I feel like, well, it can be annoying to hear people complain. Sometimes it just, like, makes you feel better that it's not just you.
Oh, I love it. Anytime I listen to chatty broads and I hear them complaining about whatever it is, whether it's parenting or something or being married, even though I am neither of those things, I'm like, yeah, I agree.
That's valid. Like,
I'm like, yeah, you're right.
No, I get that. And I think we're just empathetic and we can, like, kind of feel other people. So I get that. Yeah, but everybody, you're not alone. Also, though, I think there was a full moon in Leo last night, so that was not fun for us. This is not fun for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully today is a good day. I'm gonna manifest some good energy.
I have good vibes.
Okay.
I do.
I'm gonna count on those.
I'll send you some.
Okay, thank you.
Because I'll be at home doing work and stuff, so I can kind of control it a little bit more, but you have to go out, so I'll send you some positive vibes. You know, my grandma texted me one time that she was sending me positive vibes. I'll have to find it.
I love that.
No, it was so, like, random. I don't remember what it was about, but she's just, like, sending positive vibes, and I was like, I love you. And, like, the thing is, it's funny because on here I'll be like, oh, my grandma. If I called her grandma to her face, she'd flip out. We call her G.
G.
She's
G. A G.
Her name is Ginger, so I never know which it stands for.
I love that.
Yeah. But I hope everybody has a great week.
Yeah.
I hope you guys aren't in ruts, but if you are, complain about it.
Yeah, go complain. You'll
Get
feel
some
better.
caffeine, go to a coffee shop, and just complain.
Yeah.
But be nice to the baristas.
Please.
They don't get paid enough.
Please.
Okay, have a good day, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.